Hello friends, welcome to the second lecture on Introduction to Hadoop. I am Santosh Shegdante, working as the Assistant Professor in Shri Tulja Bhavani College of Engineering, Tuljapur. In last lecture we have seen what is Hadoop, the Hadoop technology, Hadoop key characteristics, who uses Hadoop and difference between RDBMS and Hadoop. Today in this session we will look about brief history of Hadoop, Hadoop ecosystem, Hadoop commands, components of Hadoop and architecture of HDFS and MapReduce. Before going to start, I would like to introduce my college. Shri Tulja Bhavani College of Engineering Tuljapur is run by Shri Tulja Bhavani Temple Trust. Honorable District Collector Mrs. Deepa Madhul Munde Madam is our chairman. In my college there are 4 branches are there: Computer Science and Engineering, Electronics and Telecommunication, Civil Engineering and Mechanical Engineering. About the fees, only 48,000 fees of this institution is having, which is very less in all over the Maharashtra. So you get all your categorical concession in this college, as well as this Shri Tulja Bhavani Temple Trust also provides some concession scheme based on your MSTCET scorecard. If your scorecard or MSTCET percentile having marks above 60, so you get 100% concession fees on your tuition fees. If your marks in between 50 to 60, you get 75% concession. If your marks in between 40 to 50, you get 50%, and if 30 to 40 marks in your scorecard, then you get 25% fees concession. If you want to further, you want to get, or you want to seek more information about college, so in this template you will get the contact number of our principal Dr. Shekhar Jagde sir, as well as admission chairman Professor P.T. Suravanshi sir. Also you can reach to our website address www.stbcet.org.in for further information. When you talk about brief history of Hadoop, so Dog Cutting and Mike Caffarella is working on the Nudge project in 2002. So beside 2003, Googles are innovating Google file system, because Google always facing about their data, because search engine requires huge data as well as a faster processing on this data. So Google file system is innovated by Google. Also in 2004, Google again innovate MapReduce technology. In 2005, Dog Cutting started to use GFS and MapReduce in Nudge. After that, in 2006, Dog Cutting is moved to the Yahoo, and Yahoo funded this project, and in 2007 Dog Cutting brings this as a Hadoop technology. In 2008 Yahoo successfully tested Hadoop on 1000 node cluster. In 2008 Yahoo released the Hadoop as an open source project to Apache Software Foundation. In 2009 Hadoop was successfully tested to sort of petabyte of data in less than 17 hours. In 2011 Apache Software Foundation released Apache Hadoop version 1.0. In 2007 Apache Hadoop version 3 is launched. 2017, sorry. So currently the version of Hadoop technology is going on or running on version 3.0. If we talk about Hadoop 1 and Hadoop 2, it is clearly mentioned in Hadoop 1 there are only 2 main components of Hadoop. One is the HDFS and MapReduce. HDFS is used to store a huge data on cluster or on nodes. MapReduce is used to process this data residing in a cluster. But in Hadoop 2, There are three core components are right now, which is HDFS for storing the file. Another component is yarn. So this component is used to manage a resource. Resource allocation is done by this yarn component, and map reduce is further used this yarn to do some processing task, because allocation of resource or clusters availability will be provided by this yarn technology. So more burden is relieved in this Hadoop 2. There are again many components like Peak, Hayu, Mahout in this both Hadoop technology, Hadoop 1 and Hadoop 2. These are further having their special purpose, or special purpose components are there. Due to this many components, Hadoop is having more powerful. So we will look all these components, what is the purpose of their in next. So in this Hadoop ecosystem, HDFS and HBase are used for data storage. So this HDFS Hadoop distributed file system, many nodes or thousands of nodes are available. So when you huge data you want to split all on these nodes, you require a HDFS file system. In about data processing, MapReduce and yarn is used to process the data which is residing in HDFS file system. So for data access, Hayu, Pig, Mahout, Auro and Script is used to submit the query to this MapReduce or HDFS, and you get the desired results. So for data accession purpose, these components are used. Top of this Hadoop ecosystem, there are Oze, Checkwa, Flame and Zookeeper. These all are for monitoring purpose. That means they will get the information about the Hadoop system, or they will use it for to create a log file or system log file, and they will get the status about this all the nodes and activity running behind this Hadoop technology. So this is about a ecosystem, Hadoop ecosystem. So when you talk about Hadoop commands, so there are two types of commands are there, user based commands and administrative commands. So in user commands, archive is used to create archive file or archive file. So dot extension is HAR. So this is used to build a huge data file so that you can save a usage of data node. Dist CP is used to copy one cluster to another cluster. This dist CP is used. In file system command, there are cat is used to copy file to standard output. chgrp is used for change group association with file. That means if you want to change the group, this command is used. Again in ch mode, again you can change the file permission as well, say read, write or access, etc. In chown, that means you can change the ownership of file. Copy from local, that means the file is copied from local to the destination path. For this, copy from local is used. Copy to local, that means from destination to local you can copy the file. For this purpose, this file system commands is used to manage about files. Again, count is used to count a directory files and bytes. That means how many files in a particular path you can get while firing this count command. CP is used for copy a file from destination to source. Div is used for size of files and directories. You can get the file size. DVS is used for display the file lengths. Xpen is used to empty trash. Sometimes you want to empty the trash file. In that case, you have to give some checkpoint and periodically fire this xpen file so that you will be remove all unwanted data from the trash. Get copy files to the local file system. For that, get command is used. Get merge if you want to club two files, and again your cursor is to the your source files or appended to the source file. This get merge file is used. ls is used for listing the all the files or directory from the particular path. So again make dir used for to create or to make a directory. Move from local, that means put with delete or origin. Once you fire this move from locals, so it will be permanently deleted from the origin, or it acts as a put command. Move move from source to the destination. For this move command is used. So you can change the location or memory usage of the file. Put copy between file system. For that, put command is used. rem is from remove a file. R is recursively delete. Set rep means what? Sometimes you want to change the replication. For that, set rep command is used. You want to change the path of replication. In that case, you have to use this. Stat is used for to get the status of particular file, who is the owner, what is the size, etc. When you talk about administrator command, balancer is used to run cluster balancing. Sometimes you have to balance the load. In that case, balancer is used. This is administrator command. Daemon log. Sometimes you have to create a log files or system log files. In that case, daemon log is used. Data node. Run HDFS data nodes. So for that, you have to control on these data nodes. So this administrator command is used. There are many data nodes are there, and in that data nodes there are huge or more data into the data nodes. DFS admin is used to run DFS admin client. This is again used to get the information about a particular file, or you can get the report. MR admin is run map reduce admin client. Job tracker. This job tracker is used to allocate task to the task tracker. Name node. Run the name node. Name node having the data of the name node having metadata about the cluster. Secondary name node. If name node is face down, in that case all the data about particular activity or clusters data will be lost. So in that case, instead of that name node, secondary name node is act as a same name node and resume the whole operation. So about a core components of Hadoop, there are 3 core components of Hadoop in version 2.x. Hadoop distributed file system. This HDFS file is used in distributed environment, which is made purpose of there to store a huge data into different nodes. Sometimes you want to do some replication so that failure of particular node, but that same data will be get back from the another node. So replication node is also maintained. So this HDFS file system is used to store data into the cluster. Yet another resource negotiator, yarn. This is used to allocate the whole resources. For that purpose, yarn is used. So this is used to allocate the resources. When particular node is having no any kind of task is doing, so that availability of node is provided to the map produce, so that further task will be given to them and you get the results from that allocated task. Map produce is used to process onto the data or onto the data which is residing in HDFS. So map produce is a mechanism or it is a programming task, programming activity run by this map produce. So map and reduce, they both are two functions, map function and reduce function. So all the input is allocated to the map functions. Map applying map, the data will reduce and again you have to apply the reduce the functions and you get the desired output. So about the HDFS, it is a very large distributed file system, and for creating this large distributed file system you are using a commodity chip hardware. So more chances are failure, but you can use the replication so that a particular node fills down the same data, or you can get the same data from the another alternative node. So this is also used optimize the batch processing. Means what? If you don't want a real-time processing, at that case you have to use a batch processing. So whole a day's task will be progressively applied after that, after few times, or you can say after 1 hour. So batch processing is used. So this batch processing is more helpful to get or to do some analytics operations. After that, a single namespace for entire cluster means there is a one name node which is work on a different data node. So one name node is, that means control whole cluster. Data coherency, once you have to write a code, as I told you that Hadoop is written in Java. So in that case Unix is used, Unix in terms again called to the Java. So data is more coherence in this environment. Files are broken up to into a blocks, that means whole files or data is allocated or categorized in a cluster unit. Intelligent client can access the data. So business intelligence, or you have to do some analytics. So intelligent clients are used to get a desired result. About a map reduce is a programming model for efficient distribution computing. It works like a Unix pipeline. Efficiency from, because many operations are doing in parallelly, because map reduce is having parallel in nature. So good for the log processing and web index building. So in MapReduce, again it is a issue of load balancing, because thousands of nodes are there. So you have to utilize all these thousands nodes. You have to provide some, everybody having the data in all these thousand nodes. You have to now apply some operations through this MapReduce. So if particular nodes are failed downs, you can easily identify by this MapReduce technology, and another alternative node will be act on the same failure node. So this is more good with the help of use of MapReduce and HDFS. So you get a very efficient solution for this huge data. If you look this high level architecture of Hadoop, so basically if you say two core components of HDFS, one is HDFS, second is MapReduce. So all this architecture is nothing but a networking of master and slave node. So in master node having job tracker and name node. Name node is having a meta information or controlling information about all the data nodes, and in all data nodes having a huge data will be get through this HDFS file system. In MapReduce, job tracker will allocate to the all operation to the task tracker, and again task tracker will work on data node. So this is the high level architecture about Hadoop. In next lecture we will see the yarn or detailing about the yarn. If you like this video, you can subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for watching.